A few months ago, I listened to an Abraham tape, and Abraham was having a little fun with the person sitting in the chair, saying that he was wanting to create, and he really wanted some manifestations, and Abraham said something like, well, one of these days you'll be complaining that you have too many manifestations, and then you don't have enough storage space for all of the manifestations, so then what are you going to do?
And then we will hold workshops on demanifesting.
Well, and when I listened...
How to dematerialize all of this burdensome stuff, yes.
Right. And when I heard it, I thought it was just funny, and I never thought that would end up being my experience. But I'm getting better at creating, and I'm having so much fun with it. And sometimes I get overwhelmed because I have so many things coming to me.
Yes.
And I want every bit of it and more.
Yes.
And I'm wondering, how am I supposed to fit all that in my life?
When we come back from segment of refreshment, we will discuss this fully.
Okay.
Good time for it. We are continuing. And are you refreshed? Yes. Good. Bring us back round to where you are.
Okay. I've been enjoying creating all kinds of things since I've been learning how to do that. And sometimes my life gets a little hectic because I wanted to make more money, and so my business got really busy, my day job. I wanted to be in a band, and now I'm working every weekend in a band, and I love it. And then I wanted to have great friendships and real friendships where we have real communication, and that's happening, and more with new people all the time. I really wanted to connect, and that's happening. I wanted a relationship, and that's happening. And everything's happening. But now I feel sometimes I'm getting pulled in every direction, and I want to do everything. Now I want to start learning how to do tennis and get in a tennis league, but I don't have enough hours in the day, and I'm wondering, I want more all the time, and do I have to get rid of some old ones in order to get the new manifestations, or can I have it all?
You can have it all. Now, it may seem that there's not enough time, that time is a limiting factor. Mm-hmm. But time really is not the limiting factor that you will allow it to be, because time is a perceptual thing. So, your manager has the ability to yield to you in such ways that you literally can fit it all in. And when you're in this place of clear knowing, mm-hmm. the thing that we noticed is that your appetite for life experience may keep increasing. Let's liken it for just a moment to food. And let's say that you've been making yourself pretty happy on meals that you could buy at fast food restaurants. And then you are exposed to some meals that are even more satisfying. Mm-hmm. And then you are exposed to some meals that are even more satisfying. And you notice that your ability to eat the food, or your appetite, while it may be increasing, there is very little difference in the times of the day that you want to eat, the number of times of the day, or the amount that you're eating. You're just finding yourself finding greater and greater satisfaction from more and more evolved cuisine. Okay. And so your question in that case would go something like, well, is it possible to eat all of this new, even more delicious stuff that I found that I like, and go back and eat the less satisfying stuff too? And we say, well, you wouldn't ask that question, would you? In other words, you would say, because I only have so much capacity or desire, and as long as you are being satisfied in a way that is truly fulfilling, in other words, what possible difference does it make whether you are playing tennis or whether you are playing in the band if your moment of doing it is a fulfilling experience of life moving through you in a very powerful, non-resisted way?
Okay.
Because it all exists for the pleasure and power of your moment anyway.
True.
You see what we are getting at?
Right. So if you just take it on a day-by-day basis of what makes me happy today, it could be tennis, or it could be the band, or it could be making money in my day job, or it could be
And what you will discover is that as you relax and allow it to be an ever-passing parade, its ability to please you gets more and more and more and more and more. Unless you feel out of obligation that you need to hold yourself. That's like Jerry and Esther went out to lunch with a dear friend recently. And before they went to lunch, they walked again through her beautiful home. And they noticed there were beautiful things that they had seen last time that they were there that are now missing. and there are other beautiful things that are now there. Mm-hmm. And she said, I'm a very good releaser. And Esther is thinking, because Esther finds herself attached to her furniture, mm-hmm. or attached to the picture that is hanging on the wall. Right. It's like once it is there, she feels an obligation to love it forevermore.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really want to replace that, because then that might not go. And where her friend is just replacing things all over the place and is feeling the exhilaration of the ever new parade that is moving through her experience.
And then you can always bring the old things back when you desire them again.
If you want to, but usually you do not reach back for them, because the new place that you are standing is a place of new attraction. And it is the new attraction that is the most life-giving.
Okay.
Now, we are not suggesting that you need to get rid of everything in order to make room for more. What we are saying is that when you get to the place that you are, there will be a continual movement of experiences and people and knowledge and interests through your experience. You don't feel any guilt about not holding this breath of air longer. You don't say, it was hard for this planet to manufacture it. Do you know how much energy went into the perfect balancing of this breath of air? I'm going to get all I can from it. All right, next breath.
I think I do that a little.
You just take it. You just in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. There will always be more for you, you see. And so there is not a reason for you to limit yourself in any way.
Okay. I think sometimes I do so much talking about all the wonderful things that are happening, and I think people around me might influence me too, because I talk about something that I want, and then it happens, and then all of a sudden I'm talking about something else that I want, and then they're kind of confused on how come I can't just stay in that one spot and be happy with what I have, you know? And maybe part of me is questioning that.
Because you don't have the ability to stand still, no one does. Right. And once you get the hang of this, in other words, the more that flows through you, the more that flows through you. We will hear Esther and Jerry say, Esther will say, it is impossible to imagine life getting better, but we know that it will.
Right.
And then they'll stand in yet an even more fulfilling place, and they'll say, it is impossible to imagine life getting better, but they don't mean that. It's just their way of sort of countering it a little bit, so that they don't stand out in too much of a weird light from the rest of the world who is still wanting to struggle in the unfolding.
Right, right. And I finally have experienced some of the talking about the new platform. The first seminar I went to, I couldn't imagine once I got into the band that I would ever want anything else, because it seemed like the only thing I would ever want. But as soon as you get to that new place, there's instantly new desires, and that is great, because you don't ever want to stop. But I never really expected to experience that.
There will be no ending to the new perception and the new asking and the new yielding and the new receiving and the new platform and the new contrast and the new birthing of the idea and the new asking and the new receiving and there is never an end to it. We are eternal beings upon this eternal path of delicious unfolding. And when you get into this mode that you are in, where you are appreciating, now we want to go back to where you began, because you implied that there's a little bit of overwhelmment. There's almost more projects on your plate than you can comfortably deal with. If it reaches the place where you've opened the floodgates and more is coming than you are able to comprehend, in other words, it's sort of like you say, "Ooh, I didn't expect all of this good stuff to get here in the same moment."
That happens.
Now, what is the desire that is born out of that feeling of overwhelmment?
Sometimes I feel like I just want to give everything away, my dogs, my friends, my family, just so that I can be alone on an island and just do my own thing. But then I know that's not what I want either, because I want all these other things.
And so what is a desire that's somewhere in between that? I want it to slow down a little bit.
I want a balance.
I want a balance. I want to savor it more. I want it to feel better, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I want it to come faster than slow, but not so fast. In other words, I want it to be just right.
Right.
And I am so aware of how I feel that when I start feeling a little overwhelmed, then I can ask for a little more sanity. Or when I feel like there's a little bit too much, I can ask for more people to assist. And when the more people to assist come and you find yourself scattered in too many people needing too much for you at once, then you can say, I want the whole thing to slow down just a little bit. In other words, you get to keep asking.
And it's all temporary.
It's like when you are hungry, you can say, more food, please. And when you've had enough, you can say, thank you. And when you want more, you can ask for more. And when you've had enough, you can say, thank you. You get get to from wherever you're standing to make your next request.
Okay.
And the universe will respond to you. In other words, the thing that we are really wanting you to hear is that the universe is not saying to you, well, you ask for it now, you must take it all, and you must take, if you didn't want it, then why did you ask for it? That's not the universe talking to you, that's your mother, you see. The universe will yield and yield and yield and yield and yield, and what you do with it is up to you. So you get to decide how much of it that you're wanting. So you've heard this story, we've offered it often, about Jerry asking and the universe yielding, and then their tongues are hanging out, and then they lay on the beach at La Jolla or on the rocks at La Jolla, and they're happy there for an hour or two, basking and enjoying the serenity of the moment, but almost in the moment that they get back into their place of feeling the peacefulness of their moment, then the new ideas begin to flow again. In other words, so what you're wanting to do is to realize that you have your hand on the steering wheel and your foot on the throttle, and you can go as full out or as slow up as you want, and anything that you choose is all right. You get to set the pace. And more is not necessarily better than less. In other words, do not feel guilty about stepping back into a slower pace. Okay. That's what the balance and the diversity and the contrast is all about. You get to choose it all. It's all here for your pleasurable deciphering and molding. Right. And in the moment, in any moment that it is less than pleasurable, then it's time for you to reach for an aspect of it that would feel more pleasurable.
Okay.
Contrast is an interesting thing. We watch you. When you allow yourself to get a little bit hungry, your subsequent meal is infinitely more delicious. When you allow yourself to get just a little bit overwhelmed, your subsequent nap is infinitely more delicious. Right. It's the digesting of the contrast, not getting so far out of balance that you lose your place, but just getting to a strong enough place of asking that you recognize the answer when it comes.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what happens is I get a little off balance sometimes.
Well, we're going to give you something that's going to sort of blow you into a new place. You are today living in terms of attraction about 25% of what will be here within the next year.
Okay.
In other words, you really have some momentum going.
Yeah.
And you are just beginning to feel the ripples of the allowing. You've been launching desires all the days of your life that you are just now in the receiving mode about. That's why so much is rushing in.
I remember you talking about if you just open the door, because all these things are waiting outside the door, you open it and it just comes in. And that's, I think, what this last year has been about. All these wonderful things have come in, and now I wasn't prepared for all that, and now it's kind of rocking the boat a little bit.
And at the same time that those are coming in, more are piling up outside the next door. You are on so many levels asking, and the universe is orchestrating things for now and future experiences to unfold. You have enough wanting to keep you busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's time for you to just begin saying, I never get it done, and I cannot get it wrong, and it's all for my pleasure and enjoyment, and isn't life wonderful? And what thoughts might I think that would be more refreshing right now? In other words, which thought feels better, which thought feels better, which thought feels better. Okay. And when you think a thought like, oh, it's coming too fast, I don't know what to do, you can feel that that's not a good feeling thought. But you put yourself in a sort of world of hurt because you've already got the momentum going, and now you're shutting it down.
Yeah.
And it's that sort of, we promise you that all of the things that you've been asking for could be flowing into your experience simultaneously, and in the absence of resistance, you would just be soaring. In other words, you'd just be floating through all of it. You would say, miraculous things are happening. You would not find any reason to slow any of it down, because almost as soon as the thought comes, something that would help you to deal with the thought would come too. In other words, you do not have to struggle at all in the unfolding of this. But that's going to take a little practice. And so isn't a little struggle kind of delicious and sweet in the beginning? In other words, didn't you sort of enjoy the teetering tot who was just learning to walk? Wasn't there something kind of sweet about them finding their balance?
Yes.
And yet you knew that you were not going to be applauding their first step all of the days of their life, or even for the first 10 years. In other words, once that first step happened, you sort of stopped applauding it, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then you started watching for something else and watching for something else. And the same thing is true of you. Your expansion is never ending. And when you are enjoying the expansion, rather than measuring your expansion against anyone else's, that's when it is really delicious.
Yeah.